One Piece 1010 Prediction. Bigmom riding the dragon Kaido? The situation of Luffy, Zoro? Yamato met Red Star? Hello everyone, welcome back to Top Shounen. As you know, the supernovas have just had a sweet combination, knocking Bigmom out of Onigashima. However, even though she successfully removed Bigmom, she is not sure that she completely out, but still has the ability to return. That is not to mention, in front of the supernova is still Kaido, the most powerful monster in the world today. To defeat Bigmom, it took 4 people to team up, taking advantage of Luffy while keeping Kaido. The price is that Luffy eats a pain from Yamato's father. This is more powerful than lightning, it is hell. And as for Zoro, he bravely blocked his teammates, only to be seriously injured. Even so, he still tried to get to the end, discarding Prometheus, making Bigmom unable to fly anymore. And by the end of chapter 1009, fans were all worried, seeing him coughing up blood. It can be said that Zoro has reached his limit, now or has passed the limit, continuing to fight with Kaido. Or temporarily retreat to the back, resting like Luffy just now. Saying so to see that, even if Bigmom was out of the field, it is still too difficult for the supernovae to defeat Kaido. Because we don't know what Luffy is right now, when his highly armed haki was the only thing that scared Kaido up until this point. Next was Zoro, his slash in chapter 1002 also startled Bigmom, telling Kaido to avoid it. Both of the two characters that cause the most anxiety of the 4 emperors are deeply injured. Does author Oda want to spend more land acting for the remaining 3 supernovas? In addition, Bigmom is in a position of 1,000 pounds hanging noodles. How will Kaido act? Will he use his ability to pick up Bigmom, or leave her alone, see death not save? And in the castle, is it time for the Kojiki clan to reunite, to help Yamato free up, to top with Luffy as her wish? These are the details that are most thrilling the fans, and together we will predict a few possible situations in the next 1010 chapter. After the success of 1009 chapter prediction, Top Shounen will continue to send you this quite interesting video. 1. Luffy, Zoro situation? General situation in the castle. Perhaps what you are most worried about, most want to know right now, must be Luffy's situation, whether he has passed out or not. Playing with the god of the wind for a long time, it turns out that our Luffy also knows how to nape with his opponent when punching each other. Who lives 5 healthy young men, bullied 2 old grandparents, beat him even without dodging one. It is ironic, the worst generation is bad. Why should you avoid that, Kaido? It hurts, right? Without eating chili but still spicy. It was introduced in chapter 795 that execution is not dead, suicide by jumping from the Sky Island just got a headache. But the punchy kid has to avoid. Why is Kaido just a product of dirty media, overly marketed? Luffy's words are like saying Kaido is odor, advertising is one way, buying back one way. This coffin, unintentionally poking the right dignity of the 4 emperor, Kaido had to teach this brat, why he was called the world's most powerful creature. He swung Luffy flying far away, seeing it raise his arm, Kaido thought, if I dodge, you told me to be scared, but you didn't avoid it, are you not afraid of me? Anger, he flew into the air, dealt a blow to the 3 realms of hell, hitting Luffy directly. At first glance, everyone noticed, the black lightning on Kaido's mallow, was not the usual thunder. It was created by high-class armed haki, like the phenomenon of characters possessing hegemonic haki. Recalling chapter 966, we see that Gold Roger's sword, and Whitebeard's gargoyle, when they were preparing to rush into each other, had the same phenomenon. That means, after Luffy teased Kaido, he let out his full power, and you have seen how much haki Kaido has as well. Although compared to the 2 top legends of the time, the dark haki surrounding Kaido's litmus was not as dense, but he also proved he was the strongest pirate in the world. These black lightning, which once knocked Luffy unconscious in Kuriland, but now it's many times more than that, can he make it through? First of all, take a closer look at this picture frame. Kaido hit Luffy in the chest, causing him to stick to the ground, jutting into the sky. And before that, when Kaido was turning his hand, Luffy foresaw the future, thanks to haki for his observation. As you can see in the picture frame, Luffy is completely aware that something horrible is going to happen, and obviously being caught in the chest, he will hold out both hands. Luffy can use high-class armed haki, creating an invisible layer of armor, that is the first line of defense. The second layer would be haki covering the entire arm, and then covering the chest, when it was impossible to dodge it was the only way, to minimize the damage. Just by blocking this attack, Luffy was able to surpass Kojiki Oden, worthy of being a pupil of Silver Rayleigh, the future Pirate King. Because Oden that year fell after a single cycle, even careless, he was still one hit by Kaido. And Kaido is still awake after being slashed, able to hit back. That is not inferior. If it's fair to say, 20 years ago Oden and Kaido were equal, whoever cared that person would lose. For now, Oden is guaranteed to be unable to win, but the one who can fit the 4 emperors, except for the other 4, is only Garp, Sengoku, Akainu, and the Dark King Silver Rayleigh. As for Oden, I think he is only equal to a Marine Admiral, on the same level as the current Luffy. Luffy took a direct hit, but this attack was several times stronger than that of a monster, causing Kaido to feel scared, unable to raise his face to fight. Luffy also forced him to use his strongest form, something that Oden couldn't do. Now that he passes this attack, Luffy will be more than Oden in the past, just as he wrote in his diary. Therefore, I believe Luffy will not lose consciousness. Firstly, he already knows that Luffy will tighten his butt muscles to block the attack. With Kaido's previous hit, Luffy was able to intercept it with only pain in his hand, annoying him and unleashing his full power. That was Luffy's great success. Although Kaido's haki is still stronger, Luffy has also made great progress, both in terms of quality and quality. You won't fall down after just one hit, but only mortally. The second reason why I think so, is the cry Luffy when he got hit. This is definitely Zoro's voice. Because he was the first person to draw after Kaido made his hand, looking at this expression, we see that Z is still quite calm, not too worried about the captain. This proves that Luffy is fine, since Zoro can also watch haki, he can sense if Luffy falls into danger. At that time, saving the captain was the first priority, and Zoro still coordinated to attack Prometheus, despite Luffy and Kaido believe his captain is okay. Next chapter 1010, we will probably see Luffy stand up with arms and body full of blood. But he still smiled wryly, for making the strongest man in the world dodge, and then unleashed everything he had. Now Kaido was no longer something untouchable, but he also hurt, feared, and seriously fought with young pirates. But still have to admit the monster Kaido is too terrible, fighting 9 people the size of the captain, taking them down does not take much effort. I haven't been able to take a break for long, I continue to fight with 5 even stronger kids, but until now I started to give my strength. I assure you, in the next few chapters we will see more of Kaido, in hybrid form. And moreover, in all of Luffy's battles up until now, although he was so exhausted many times he could not get up on his own. For example, when he first used Gear 4 in Dressrosa, or more rigorous than when he was exhausted from his battle with Rob Lucci, but author Oda never let Luffy faint in the middle. Even though, he has only been unconscious once, but after winning. It was the battle with Gecko Moria in Thriller Bark, and Zoro replaced Luffy to stop Kuma, and even though he was exhausted, Luffy was able to witness his own results. Therefore, in the middle of the battle, author Oda won't let Luffy faint. Furthermore, you just ran out of haki once, after recovering, I believe Luffy will be able to help. Surely he was mortally wounded, even almost collapsing, like many previous matches, this was the moment when a new power was shown. Luffy collapsed at this time too soon. Oni Island was almost flying to Hwadu. If there is a phase 2, it must happen after Luffy knocked Kaido in front of the people of Wano. Maybe next chapter, we will see Luffy release a new variant of Gear 4, or up to Gear 5, I believe so. As for Zoro, he is very brave when he burst out to block Hawkeye, ensuring the safety of his teammates. Although he knew he might die, he would rather sacrifice himself, than let everything be wiped out. That courage left Zoro badly wounded, but he still managed to coordinate, to get rid of Bigmom. Because he knew, only he could handle Prometheus, Zo had to try harder. But trying too hard will be too late, you make the fans stand still, coughing up blood at the end of chapter 1009, will Zoro still be able to hold it? Like Luffy, Zo is also a type of strength in battle, but now tells him to block one more attack from Kaido, probably returning to his ancestors soon. Fortunately, our side has 5 people, 2 Straw Hat members have worked harder, that is to block the coordination of the 2 emperors, then alone before Kaido, giving you time to eliminate Bigmom from the game. So now it will be time for those 3 supernovae to charge forward. To be fair, at the beginning of the game Luffy and Zo took up a lot of waves, we haven't seen Kid, Law and Killer show much. Now the 2 young men with Straw Hats step back, rest to regain their strength, the other 3 will be performed by author Oda. Law just used all his old skills, I'm looking forward to his new move, Lloyd is still playing the support role. And we will see the 2 Kid Gang members together, to see if they are as powerful as the Straw Hats. Killer just released a single ultrasonic scythe, Kid also has a role with the robot, to see how these 2 guys do. Meanwhile, Luffy and Zoro will wait for the chance to continue the fight, as these are the 2 with the highest damage. Next, there will be some happenings inside the castle, in one chapter. Author Oda always spends 1/3 or a half, to review the situation on other battlefields. In the previous chapter was the Red Bao and Orakai, the next chapter might return to the music hall. Because the setup has been completed on all floors, just wait for the climax to watch them solo. Particularly the area of the music and dance hall, as well as the first floor, were the players who had not been revealed. Marco cannot wait to Okanban, if you are the main opponent of King, then we need to know who will fight the Queen. Besides, there is a prediction related to Perospero, let's wait and see if it comes true or not. And especially the 3 Nami, Usopp, Otama, they are still being chased by Ulti and Page 1, it is unlikely that they will solo with these 2 sisters. Since Nami and Usopp might be working together to beat Ulti, then we have to wait and see whoever takes out Page 1. If they run towards the music hall, the story will be very simple, Okanban is a bit difficult, but Toby Rappo I trust the president to take care of it. Or maybe X-Drake, he betrayed the Beast Pirates, so they will liquidate it. When matches come out, we will be able to reach the climax of the Wano arc. 2. Did Kaido save Bigmom or not? The second story that we are curious about is the fate of Bigmom, Orakai, who is blessed with hell to judge, and the supernovas entrust Bigmom to the ocean. But she is a quartet, the drowning story certainly never happened. Bigmom will definitely come back, it is only a matter of sooner or later. It is true that at the beginning of the Wano arc, she fell into the sea by King, then lost her memory. But it was a situation for the Queen to force Bigmom to bring a Nagashima to Kaido. And the comedian left Uden, Luffy had the opportunity to take control of this place, while training with Old Ho. Now the battle is raging, if author Oda repeats this amusing detail, things will get more boring. But as I predicted in a previous video, she will fall into the sea, and then picked up by the Bigmom crew. With Smoothie and his children reunited, Bigmom will have the strongest force, enough to participate in naval battles with other forces. Specifically, I have a prediction that the Navy, or the red-haired band to Wano, they will fight Bigmom offshore, and on land is the story of the Wanoians, supernovas, and Kaido. But this is a case, I think it can happen, but not as high as the following hypothesis. Bigmom now cannot save himself, nor drown, or loses his mind, Episode 2. Then what will happen to her? In the analysis of chapter 1009, I said that besides Bigmom's singing ship, Kaido was the only one who saved his big mother. But it was very difficult to push the old woman into the sea. Did author Oda really want the supernovas to fall into extinction? Act 3 of the Kabuki play is always filled with tragedy, so it is entirely possible. I almost forgot, Kaido owes Bigmom a lifelong fear, which is the devil fruit he eats. 38 years ago, Bigmom gave it to Kaido, I think thanks to his Uo no Mi ability, he just escaped from God Valley Island, and has such strength. Conspirators like Bigmom believed and gave the mythical Zoan fruit to his brother Kaido, proving that he was very respectful of gratitude and had the grace of engraving. Evidence that despite threatening to kill Bigmom, but she still confidently crawled to Wano with only one ship. Kaido caught Bigmom but still let go, shaking hands with each other. Apparently Bigmom had won the bet, Kaido owed her the devil fruit debt, now is the time to pay it back. Can you imagine, after giving Luffy a blow, seeing Bigmom fell into the sea, he immediately ran out and jumped. Luffy is the only one who can fly, but he has a hard time stopping Kaido right now. Law also controls the rock to fly, similar to Fujitora, however only within room's scope. And Kaido will not be a dragon right away, he is in a hybrid form extremely fast, not cumbersome to be able to hit easily. If we fight, 5 supernovas can play him, but the 4 emperors want to run away, I think no one can stop him. This is a very good opportunity, for Kaido to erase all debts with Bigmom. When he saves her one life, he will certainly not ignore it, and Kaido is not the kind of tragic grace, seeing death without saving. While the 5 supernovae are all tattered, want to block Kaido now, do you think they can do it? He just ran one circuit to the edge of the island, jumped straight down in a hybrid shape, and then turned into a dragon to pick up Big Mom. I prefer this line of reasoning, compared to Kaido blocking 5 supernovas while controlling fire and still supporting Big Mother. For one reason, related to the role of the Yonko, from the beginning until now we have seen Kaido as a tanker, Big Mom support. Now that Kaido is wounded a lot, he becomes a support, giving his Big Mother the main damage. With the debt erasure, so that in the future she will no longer have any excuses, I believe Kaido will jump down, transforming the dragon to save Big Mom's life. Saved by the devil fruit of the past, she will ride on the dragon Kaido, like the way he used to ride him in human form before. We will see an unprecedented combination, making the children of the buffalo drown cold. Even if Zeus and Prometheus were lost, this new pet is 1,000 times better. Big Mom just calls Napoleon, riding on Kaido's head, is enough to kill the supernovas. It's been a while since the tank is tired, making the dragon for Big Mom to ride, pretty much losing face, but Kaido will have time to recover. This is the most frightening point of the Zoan system, fast cooldown. As long as he is in complete animal form, he will be as strong as an elephant in an instant. So there was also fired out heat, or wind blade, tornado, to support Big Mom. As for the oldest mother, who has never been injured, was turned into Thursday Trang and Tianlu ate by the children, she must be very spicy. Right now Big Mom will respond properly, by using sword and haki, ignoring the other two pet. This hypothesis is a bit dark, but it most likely will happen, because author Oda is very good at steering. When I thought Big Mom would be removed, then naturally Kaido turned dragon for Big Mom to ride. It would make Luffy's people desperate. Law plotted to make his plan, finally realizing that the difference in strength was too great. Yonko always has a way to overcome difficult situations, especially here there are 2 Yonko. 3. Yamato meets 9 Hongbeo. If the above scenario happens, the supernovae are considered purple. Now it is necessary to have someone distracting one of the 2 tetrahedrons. That person is none other than Yamato, the daughter of the Kaido family. From chapter 988 up to now, there have been more than 20 chapters that Yamato only ran and ran. Because Luffy gave her the task of protecting Momonosuke, that was when the Kojiki clans were busy fighting Yamato's father. But they were defeated. Recently Ashuradaji was mortally wounded, Inu and Reizo split up, stop Jack and take out Fukuro Kyuju. The other 6 people are looking for Momonosuke. I think author Oda will not buy time anymore, but let them meet. In chapter 1008, Momo and Kaido, like iPhone 4s and iPhone 12 Pro Max, but share iCloud, so it knows Luffy's condition, then tells Yamato. She expressed her desire to reach the top with Luffy, joining him in defeating Kaido. When it was time for Yamato to be satisfied, she would meet the chain of stars, send Momonosuke to them, then run up on her own. As for Kanjuro's name, he should have finished with the Scarlet Persimmon, instead of Yamato, where her was the skull. Yamato will shake Kaido, he is now in the upper hand. The appearance of his daughter will cause Kaido to psychologically affect, creating the turning point of the battle. Also, there is one character I want to talk about, which is Sanji. Indeed, Sanji had been missing for so long, the comedy was also a bit too much. The only way to help him regain his image was to let Big Mom practice swimming. With the ability to fly and stealth, Sanji can completely reach his Big Mother in mid-air, or kick Kaido's snout when he is about to catch Big Mom. Doing so will make his fans bloss their faces a little more, but all of you have entered the cave. Outside the fan, the head is so big that he can't sleep. I hope author Oda lets Sanji go to the battlefield, but I watched the collection of the comedy rules. I hope Sanji will support Luffy. This way Luffy will have both his right arm and his left hand beside him. Adding one person who can fly is also an advantage. Just see what author Oda wants, but you should not expect too much on a yellow S factor. Just now are my predictions about the next 1010 chapter. If you find it interesting, please donate the likes, share, and 1 channel registration to support Top Shounen. Goodbye and see you again.
Yeah.